Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first Leathercraft Podcast.
Hello.
Sup. This has been something that we've been thinking about doing for a while, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, I don't know, I've probably looked up Leathercraft Podcast so many times and never found anything. But I just think that there really needs to be a Leathercraft Podcast, so I figured why not be the first one to do it. So
Here we are.
Here we are. Short little backstory that really wasn't a backstory on how we got here. So you guys will have to let me know if you're watching this on YouTube. Just tell us what you guys would like us to talk about or who you'd like to see as well on this podcast. I think it'd be fun to get some special guests in here.
Hemlock and Hyde.
No. I mean, yes, but I don't know. I don't really just want to do the bigger leather crafters, though. I was kind of thinking like
small creators.
Yeah, I would love to have some smaller creators on this podcast because I don't know, in a way I feel like it would be more inspiring to the majority of the leathercraft community. I don't know. At least for me, I think looking up at those other leather crafters, and this is no fault of theirs, obviously, but like it's easy for me to look at them and be like, oh, wow, like they're so great and they're doing this as a full-time job and I would love to be there, but I'm not. And it can be kind of discouraging, I think. So yeah. I would love to have some of those people too, but I would also just love to have hobbyists as well. Anybody who just loves leathercraft and loves educating people and talking about leathercraft with others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great contribution.
I am the first honored guest to be on the podcast.
This is Braydon. In case you guys didn't know. I'm Noli, in case you guys didn't know that either.
I'm her husband.
Yeah. He's my husband.
We've been married for almost 4 years.
Yeah. Just crazy.
Time's flown.
Yeah.
Gone by really fast.
Yeah. And honestly, you're probably the reason that I got into leathercraft in the first place.
Yeah, let's talk about that story. How did you
I wasn't going to talk about this, but we can.
Go for it.
I don't want to make this like a really long story that maybe nobody cares about, but what year was it? Was it 2019?
I think it was 2019. Sorry, yawn.
2019, we went on a trip to Oregon. It was the first time that we had been, and
first time I saw the ocean.
Yeah, the first time he saw the ocean, which was crazy. I
was freaking out.
That was hilarious. It'd be funny
Ocean's
to put
scary.
a little video in.
I don't like the ocean.
What's your first impression of the ocean?
Holy crap! Holy shit. Dude, that's crazy.
What's crazy?
The ocean, look. Oh my gosh. What? Holy shiz.
So we did some hiking, some backpacking, we saw the ocean. And then our last day we were in Portland and we went to a market and there are hundreds of people there. Hundreds of people selling soaps and art and wood sculptures and
vegetables and
stuff. And like jerkies, exotic jerkies, which was really cool.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah.
I want some.
It was pretty good. But there was only one leather crafter out of the hundreds of vendors that were there. And we thought it was so cool because before, like, I'd never really thought that you could still make things out of leather. I don't know. I just never thought about it before. So it kind of opened our eyes to that. And then we came back home And you were the one who was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Leathercraft.
I'm going to do it for myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my own business.
Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
But you started watching YouTube videos.
I searched up on YouTube.
Because he's a big YouTube guy.
I love YouTube, and I love watching people's videos. And so I searched up how to make leathercraft stuff. Sorry. I'm not a leathercrafter, obviously,
I mean,
right now.
You kind of are.
I know some stuff, but I don't know any as much as you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I searched, and there's a reason for that. So I searched up...
Keep going. Continue.
So I searched up on YouTube how to make leather, wallets, whatever, and lo and behold, who showed up? It was Little King Goods.
Yeah.
And I think it was right whenever he was starting
like just
out.
Barely,
he was just barely starting out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that we found him.
We watched
right
all of his
starting.
videos. And it was funny because I was like, there's not going to be any leather crafters on YouTube. Are you kidding me? Like, you're not going to find anything. And there actually were a couple people. And it was really cool. So we watched every single video that we could find on anybody making anything that had something to do with leather. And the more we started watching, the more I was like, I can totally do that. I know that I can do what they're doing.
And I was like, I can totally do that.
Yeah. So we ended up buying an Amazon kit, which I would not recommend, but we didn't really know where to start. So we were like, okay, we'll just spend like $30 on an Amazon kit.
For an Amazon kit, though, like, if you're just wanting to test the waters.
Yeah. Like, if you're not sure if you'll like it, it's a good option.
You might turn out like me, where you try it out and you're like, this is terrible.
You're like, I hate this. This is stupid.
I like watching the videos better than I like doing the actual thing. Yeah,
you would just get frustrated. But I think part of the reason you get so frustrated was because the tools were so crappy and dull.
True.
So that was another issue. Like, maybe you would have liked it more if you had the right tools.
Yeah.
But anyways... So we got a kit. We got just like a few little panels of leather, and then I made a wallet using a free pattern that I got off of YouTube, I think. And then it all went from there. After that, I kind of made 2 or 3 other wallets on my own. And I just made up my own pattern and went for it. And they were kind of decent. Yeah, he quit after like 30 minutes of trying it out. But I kept going. Fast forward, 2 years later? And here we are now.
2.5.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What month is it?
It's March.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was kind of how it all started for me. And it's actually kind of crazy because I got a job making a backpack too, that I had never made anything but like a few wallets. And then somebody paid me to make a backpack.
That was 2 years ago, right?
That was, I finished it whenever I had been doing Leathercraft for a whole year. That's when I finished. And it took me like 2 or 3 months to make because I was doing it all by hand. I was hand stitching everything. And it was the first time I was doing it too. So I was trying to be super careful with everything that I did.
First prototype.
Yeah. It was basically a prototype.
Which is kind of scary to do.
I feel kind of bad now because like I know that I could make it so much better now. But that's just kind of how it works, you know?
Back then, though.
Yeah, back then I was like, I am good. I was like, I'm awesome. This is so great. But now I look back on it and I'm like, ooh, I should have done this different. I should have done that different. And I was still using, really cheap tools. So that didn't help either.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy whenever I think about that. Like, I've only been doing Leathercraft for a little over 2 years now. But even when I look back a year ago, like when I started the YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
I thought the stuff that I was making was really cool, but now I look back on it a year later and I'm like, ugh, I cringe at those videos, honestly, because I'm like, oh, I should have used this leather that I didn't have or didn't have like the money to buy, and I should have done this differently, and I don't know. It's just really interesting. But I kind of think that that's how it should be. Like, you should always be able to look back on the things that you've done in the past, whether it be leathercraft or anything else. You should be able to look back and
done better.
Yeah, and be like, wow, like I could have done so much better.
Because then that shows that you've actually progressed.
Yeah, it means that you're getting better, that you're improving, that you're learning. And so that's something that I think should always happen. No matter how long you've been doing something.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I mean, maybe, you know, if you've been doing something for 10 years and you look back on your stuff a year ago, you wouldn't see that much difference. But if you look back, 5 years, 6 years, you'd still see that change, and you'd be like, wow, I really have gotten better. So even if you're experienced or if you're still beginning, then it's okay to look back on your work and be like, wow, I can't believe I gave that to someone, or I can't believe I was proud of that at one point. Because that just means that you're getting better.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
There's that.
So that's your story.
That's
how
my
you got
story.
Started.
In
and
a
how
nutshell. Didn't get started.
Took the decline in leathercraft.
Yeah. But you are thinking of doing something really cool, though, with leathercraft.
Yeah, I've recently regained inspiration of things that I want to make, but I'm not sure yet.
So you're going to keep it a secret then?
Secret.
So nobody else does it?
It's a secret.
Okay.
Not that anyone else would actually make what I'm going to make, though.
Probably not, because you'd have to be in 2 different niches to be able to do this thing.
Yeah.
So I doubt anyone would. Yeah.
The secret. It's a secret.
Okay. We'll keep it a secret then until you actually do it.
Confidential.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have secrets too.
Do tell.
Secrets that I've been keeping about my business. Yeah. That's actually going to say. No, I've got exciting things that I've been working on. Things that I'm going to add on to that I honestly don't know when to announce it or anything. So I got to figure that out, but we'll just leave you guys on a cliffhanger there. So back to what we were talking about before, I guess, was why I decided to start this podcast. I am naturally a very introverted person. I'm talking on personality tests. I get 95 to 99% introversion. That's how much of an introvert I am. That's pretty crazy. So I kind of just like the idea of talking, and especially talking to other people if we have guests, is kind of nerve-wracking to me. But I feel like it's almost worth it because I just really want to have a leathercraft podcast out in the world. I just feel like there's so much room for the community to grow still, because it is a small community, but it is growing. It's growing a lot right now. But I'd say it's still pretty small.
And there's still a lot of potential room for it to grow too.
Yeah, there is.
It's not going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah. And if you think about the leathercraft influence on social media platforms and things, there's still some room for improvement, I think. There are a lot of people on Instagram. That's really great. I think there are a lot of leathercrafters on Instagram.
Yeah.
There are even less on YouTube because you have to have those video skills, What else? There's TikTok. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 on TikTok that I've seen.
I don't know.
That post stuff. And then, for podcasts on like Spotify and even YouTube and things, I have hardly seen anything at all. So my goal with this is just to kind of try and help inspire the community. I mean, I don't really particularly think I have anything cool to offer. But I'm trying to do my part, I guess. And assuming, people actually like to listen to this, I'll keep going. And I'll try to make this a regular thing that we do.
And if you are listening this far,
thank
we
you.
love you.
Thank you
Very
for
much.
listening to us random people. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if this takes off or not, if this is something that people actually like. Because I know I would love to have a Leathercraft podcast, and that's why I'm doing this. But I don't necessarily want to, like, hear my own podcast, hear myself talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love it if other people would see this and be like, oh, that's cool. Why don't I do that too?
Yeah.
Because I would love to have other podcasters to listen to where I can just, do my work or whatever, just relax and listen to something that I love. So hopefully that's what this can do. We'll see. But I also just want to help inspire the Leathercraft community, especially those smaller business Leathercrafters or the hobbyists. I just kind of want to help bring the community closer, I guess, because I feel like there's kind of like two sections of Leathercrafters. There's like the ones who've already made it.
Yeah.
Like the ones who have made it into a successful business, and then the ones
I would say
at the bottom.
A lot of the people that have already made it is
yeah, that's a relative thing.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people that have made it in the Leathercraft community were probably like the first people to start,
Yeah.
Like some of the first people to start.
Yeah, that's true. And like it's so great to look up to those Leathercrafters too, and to see, it is possible. And then that's what's so great about seeing those people is just thinking, wow, like if they can do it, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
But it is also super easy to get discouraged too and be like, wow, they're like doing all of these things and I can't make this happen, because I have like a job and I have this and that and these responsibilities. How will I ever be able to make this a full-time thing if that's what you want? Not everybody wants that, obviously, but
yeah.
So that's kind of one reason why I wanted to have like some smaller Leathercrafters on this show to just kind of help all of those people to kind of feel more motivated and encouraged to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it be to make Leathercraft into a business or to just keep doing it as a hobby, whatever. Like it's not like if you start Leathercraft, you have to make it a business. It is something that you can just enjoy on the side. Because a lot of times making a business out of something you like can take the fun out of it.
True.
So that may not be for everyone, but for the people who do want it, hopefully we can kind of help inspire each other to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Word.
Word. Yay, goals.
Goals? Yeah. Oh, yeah, goals.
Yay,
goals. Woo!
goals.
Oh, are you flossing? That's fine. I can't hear it. That's cool. Yeah, so let me know if you guys are still watching or listening to this. Let me know what things you guys would want us to talk about. I don't know if you're going to be here in every podcast or not.
We'll see.
We'll see. It'll at least be me, but I feel like it's more fun to listen to if there's two people. So I don't want to just be like talking to myself.
I feel like most of the time I'll be here.
Cool.
if you want me to be.
Yeah, of course.
If you love me.
Wait. Yeah, let me know what you guys would love to hear about. I'm really open to suggestions. If there are any ideas that you have or any people that you would love to see on this show. We're going to be doing this on YouTube and Spotify, probably.
Anchor.
Through Anchor. Yeah.
I don't
It'll be on
remember
Spotify.
how all this works.
Yeah. So eventually I kind of want to do like questions where people can send in voice recordings of questions that they have or any topic that they want to hear about. So I'll probably have to get that set up too. Might have to do like an email for it. I'm not sure how that works. I've never done this before. Obviously. So be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching this on YouTube. And let us know if this is something that you would like to see more of. And
thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. I think I'm not sure how long I want these podcasts to be yet. Probably like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a really big range, but I don't know. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.